Hello everybody, thank you for joining me. Little Amal arrives in Manchester today. This tall 11-foot puppet made by the makers of Warhorse, which starting from the borders of Syria has travelled through 8 countries, 8,000 kilometres, representing a refugee's journey. She, if you can call her she, uh, has been greeted mostly with a welcome, but sometimes with the kind of abuse that refugees themselves often receive. Meanwhile, on the south coast of Spain, Martin Zamora runs a funeral parlour. He lives in that part of Spain which juts both the Mediterranean and the Atlantic, and it's a place to which many refugees try to come from Africa by boat, and of course some drown on the way. This year alone, something between 1,500 and 2,000 bodies have been recovered from the water. Refugees drowned on that particular journey. And he has begun to make a point of trying to find the relatives of some of the unclaimed bodies. He goes to the morgue, gets permission to remove some of the clothing of the deceased refugees and uses it to identify who they might be, to inform the family of what's happened and give them some kind of closure, and usually to repatriate the body to the country so proper burial can take place. He does this through the cooperation of the authorities in Spain, through negotiating with some of the people smugglers, and also just because word of mouth has got round, although originally he had to go to Morocco with clothes attached to his rucksack, so that in the hopes that people would see them and identify them and say, oh, where did you get that? But gradually over the years 800 bodies have been repatriated by him, and one can't help admiring this enormous respect that he's showing for the human dignity of these poor people, and the way in which he has shown respect not just for them but also for those who they had left behind. Meanwhile, little Amal arrives in Manchester. Amal, a word which means hope. And as we think about Martin Zamora and all the people that he's helped, and all the millions of refugees all over the world, 24 million of them, twice the size of London, we long today for hope, a hope that one day there'll be a world where people no longer need to leave their homes and become refugees, and where, if they do, they receive a welcome wherever they end up.